How to become more successful? This is a question that many people ask me. In fact, everybody who joins Fortune Academy joins because they want to be more successful. They want to make more money. They just want to, get out of this rat race where they're struggling to kind of get things met every month with their financials. So this is what I'm going to talk about in this video. Stay tuned. Hey guys, my name's Hither, Mann, and I'm the founder and CEO of Fortune Academy and the Billionaire Project, which I started more recently. So I've been in business since 2004. I came from humble backgrounds. Nobody gave me a penny. I had to do everything myself. I even went to university and changed my career to become an investor in 2004 onwards, because I knew that having a job was never going to make me a millionaire. And my parents grew up with not enough money and just made it very clear that you need money to survive. Obviously, I know now that money doesn't bring happiness, but it brings you power to make decisions that can then give you happiness, right? So don't get that order wrong. But what I love about what I do at Fortune Academy, and the reason I started it, I had no idea I was going to be a coach, okay? I had no idea I was even going to be interested in being an educator, but it was actually intuition that was bugging me, because after a certain time in my life, and I was around 27 onwards, I was kind of like, okay, what's the meaning of life? I've made money for myself, I've made money for my parents, I bought them whatever they wanted, and everyone's happy. Now what? And it wasn't until I think it was 2012 when I went to a big event, Tony Robbins speaking, and all of these big billionaires were giving keynotes, and I was thinking, well, where are the women? There was loads of male speakers, right? There was loads of education events where you've been to, I'm sure, where they're talking about financial trading and property and e-commerce and blah, 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 making money. They were all men. And I have gone from property in 2004, started financial trading, and made so much money in both of those industries. And by 2012, I was, thinking, wow, how come there's no women like me on stage? And it was because the promoter got, he spoke to me and said, well, it's because you're not on stage. That's the issue. There's not a female representative that's like you. And instead of complaining about it, be that person. So that was what planted the initial seed in my head. And long story short, I became a public speaker, and I started learning how to teach people, etc. And it's quite a skill set. But one thing I want to make clear, and this is why I'm doing the video, is people come to me about, I want to be richer, I want to be more successful, I want to be XYZ, and then they think that they can carry on being in a certain, with all the bad behavior, oh, wake up late, or wake up with no routine, and just drag yourself through the day, turn up late to meetings, turn up late, full stop, anywhere. Just don't show up and don't have that discipline to really go 10 times more than what you should be. Everything matters. For example, if you've got a meeting and you turn up late, that's automatically putting you in a lower position of power. Someone who's holding the meeting is going to see you in a lower disregard and be like, that person's not serious. Even if you're in a job, do it properly. Don't just cut corners. Don't just have low standards. Everything you do matters. Even how you look, how you dress, how you speak, it matters, So that's the simple stuff. But then it comes to making money. People have a really bad relationship with money. So my job as a coach, and I love doing this, is helping you understand what it takes to be a millionaire, which is very easy, and then a billionaire, which is harder. So I'm not even gonna pretend like that's easy, but millionaire, multi-millionaire is something that I've created with many of my students, right? I've had students go from making 2 million a year to then 15 million in 5 months from my coaching. Okay, after my coaching, after 5 months, 15 million. They were a business owner. There've been other individuals who had a business making 18,000 a month. They've gone to making 200,000 a month after 18 months, right? So 1.5 years later, they've gone from beginning 18K, 200K. And all because of how I coach them. There are tons in between that say they want that kind of success, but really don't have the guts or the courage to kind of be coached. What does it mean to be successful? It means you need to be a student in life, okay? You need to be someone who really appreciates tough discipline, because it's not easy. And also you need to understand that money is a whole emotional roller coaster. If you don't get to this, let's say this is money, right? You've got to be here if you want to be wealthy. Most people are here, you know, money's pulling all the strings. You're just literally like a slave to it, and you just go wherever this money takes you. And that's where people are like a victim. But what I coach you on in the millionaire mindset is how to challenge your belief system so that you become here. You come to this point where money is something you control and you can make how much you want. The only thing that's stopping you now is your definition of yourself. So do you like yourself being wealthy? Do you even like people who are wealthy? That's a common thing. If you're someone who's a bit of a hater, oh yeah, this person's wealthy, they must have done something dodgy, or I don't really like seeing that success story, it makes me feel small. That is a telltale sign that you have got anchors, little demons that are holding you back. So I go through that process in an inside out process. I coach tier 1 bankers, I coach C-level executives from PLCs, and what I do to them is the same process, which is understand what your psychology is built on. Like, what is the foundation? What happened in your childhood, in your teenage life, in your adult life, PTSD or no PTSD? Like, what is your definition of life? Relationships, money, it's all in there. We reprogram that, and then I coach you on how to have a goal setting process that's linked to neuroscience. It's not like pipe dreams, you know, I want to be a millionaire. That's not going to work. It has to be specific. There has to be neuroscience attached to it, and there is a process. There's morning routine, night routine. There's a whole meditative process you've got to go through to really make this work. So, you know, and that's just half of the millionaire mindset. Then I coach you on actual investment strategies and wealth creation. And then you do know that obviously you've probably seen this on my YouTube, that I have trading workshops. So the reason why you can be really good at business is because you understand money and you have a healthy relationship around money risk and investment strategy. That's why trading really helps that. So in a nutshell, I'd say you need the mindset work first, peak performance. You need the trading because you need to understand money as a raw object, not through property, etc. That's like kind of a distraction, but trading is going to make you, there's not many people who are good traders. So if you can become a solid, consistent trader, you are already going to be a better investor, which is how you can then transition to maybe the billionaire project and invest in companies, because your understanding in trading will then give you an understanding in company risk. When I look at companies to invest in, I just see risk management. And if I can understand, the only reason I can understand all the risks and all the different things I need to look at in a company is because of my understanding of trading, knowing the variables I had to look at here and challenging myself to make sure that I'm not gambling. Stop gambling, start investing. And that's what will then make you a serial investor, and maybe work with me one day in the Billionaire Project, where you can invest, let's say, $500,000 into a project, and then it will become 5 million in 18 months, you know. So you can definitely make some exponential returns when you've got the education behind you. But it starts with that high level understanding in yourself, high level understanding in money, and then you can transfer that into more executive investing, right? So that's why I do what I do. And I wanted to make people aware that first, it's not easy. I'm not going to pretend to you that this is something everyone can do. I've had people I coach who fail miserably because their ego gets in the way. I can only do my bit, but if the individual is not willing to change or implement or be motivated, or that's not going to work, right? Just paying for training is not going to get you the results. You've got to do the training and actually respect the coaching. So that's an insight into being successful. Look, work on yourself, mindset before money. Work on understanding trading, understand money as a raw entity, like manage money well, and that comes from trading. And then you can invest in property and businesses, and you'll be amazing. You know, like, I just love what I do here at Fortune Academy and the Billionaire Project. So I want to help you. I'm going to put as many videos out here to kind of make you understand little tips and tricks that I use myself. And mainly, I just want to put the good, bad, and ugly about success, because it's not always pretty. It's not always easy. You see the ugliest side of people when it gets tough, you know, and even in business, like the only reason I can handle volatility in business is because I can handle volatility in trading. You know, if you didn't understand volatility, learn how to trade with crypto or FX. I'm like, wow, that will teach you a lot about yourself. So everything we do here at Fortune Academy is designed for your success. If you want me to help you be more successful, then follow me on social media. That's a good start. You'll understand what I get up to. That's completely free. Come to my free events. Make sure you register on one of the links where you can actually get free, get onto my mailing list. I do free events. I do exclusive things just for the mailing list so that people can jump onto free events. I'll be speaking, I'll be coaching you. There's so many free opportunities. And once you've had enough of that free information and you want the more advanced stuff, then you can start, paying for your education, which is always going to be higher level when you pay for it. So that's the way I'd suggest. Start with the free stuff, hence I do YouTubes, understand the concept. Look, not everything is going to align with you. I mean, maybe I am not the right mentor because I am very tough and some people just want to have like someone to chat to. That's called a therapist, right? I'm not your therapist. I'm here to get results. I only know how to get really high level results. And it's not for everyone because not everybody's ready to be playing at that top level. But if you are, then of course, I would love to have you on my mailing list. Speak to me on my Instagram. My team are always reacting to my messages. Yeah, I'm really keen to work with you guys. So that's all I wanted to say. This was just a quick YouTube. Thank you for listening to me. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. There's going to be all sorts of stuff that I throw in here. Anything that I think is relevant to life, business, life. I don't know what else I want to put in here. So thank you guys. Hope you're having a great day. See you soon. Bye.